post office, and I was just catching up with my best friend Owen, and we were just talking about what we've been up to, and me working with a client over the weekend. Now, overall, he did a really, really good job, and that's my client, not Owen. Owen does a good job anyway, but the guy did fantastically well, and in same succession or results that he had on the Saturday, it was the exact same thing that happened on Sunday. That it really was a case of quality over quantity. Just see if I can cross over, but I'll have to do it later. So it was a case of quality over quantity, and hopefully tonight he'll have a date with a girl that he met from the street. So fingers crossed that does go ahead. But I was chatting to Owen about his results, and one of the things that came up with the two of us, and by that I mean my client, was that we were talking about peripheral vision. And the difference between what peripheral vision men have to what women have. And this is why I thought, you know what, I am going to do a video, because this absolutely blew the client away and had him go, oh my God, I had no idea that was the difference between guys and girls. So men, when we, and I'm absolutely certain you're going to relate to this, but as a guy, when we see women that we're attracted to, we have to look directly at them. We can't not look directly at them, but for us to process that beauty or the aesthetics of that person. No, we have to look directly at them. We have to look at their face, their body features, and just the full look at them to process, are we attracted to them or not? Now that's guys. Now women, on the other hand, are a bit different, where they have a wider peripheral vision. So their vision, I can't give you sort of an angle estimate, but because of it being wider, it means that they can look at something without directly looking at something. So for guys, that obviously means then that if we're checking out a girl, we clearly get caught out. We get noticed for then looking at the women that we like. Whereas for women, they can check a guy out without directly looking at them, which means that they can be subtle with seeing if the guy is their type, if they're attracted to them, and so on. So guys, when they get into cold approaching, they aren't really aware of these indicators of interest, which is essentially just the sign that the girl is checking them out. So if they were to approach them, it wouldn't so much be a cold approach, it would be a warm approach, meaning that she would likely, or statistically, be more likely to be open to having a conversation with you, rather than maybe giving you a cold shoulder or ignoring you or saying, no, I'm not interested. So a guy, if they're looking at a girl, they check them out, it's obvious. Women, if they're checking out a guy, it's not obvious at all, because of that wider peripheral vision. But at some point though, these girls are going to be looking at you. She's actually going to check you out on the street. And what does that mean? That's kind of then a level 2 indicator of interest. So if level 1 is she's aware of you in her vicinity, in her environment, and she's sort of checking you out without checking you out. And as guys, unfortunately, you will never know. You will literally never know. But what you will know is that level 2. If she's looking away and she looks at you, or maybe as she holds eye contact with you, and then maybe she smiles as well. But it's just a good thing to be aware of, that these girls, if they're looking at you, she likes you, especially if you're out and about, and those are the ones that you obviously have to take the opportunities on. But it's very easy to either miss it, or with a lot of guys, they catch it, but they don't choose to do anything about it, because then that means taking action. So there's that fun fact for you that guys' peripheral vision are quite narrow. We have to stare at something to take in the information for it, whereas women's peripheral vision is so much wider that she can be checking you out and multitasking with other things at the same time, but she can decide if she likes you literally just through not looking directly at you. But if she does directly look at you, whether it's for a moment or even for a few seconds, maybe even with an added cheeky smile as well, just know that those are the opportunities that you should be going for. So I just thought that was a fun fact to share with you, because yeah, not everyone is aware of it. Then they wonder like, why aren't the girls looking at me? You know, I look really good today. You know, I'm wearing my my muscular fitted shirt, and you know, why aren't women checking you out? Well, the reality is you probably are being checked out, but again, you'll never know because they'll never look directly at you, and only maybe the more confident ones will directly look at you and hold eye contact, and then maybe they'll be the ones who are a bit braver to accept you coming over to speak to them. But also at the same time, you know, you've got to recognise something. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but there's also the Diana pose, which is a famous thing that Princess Diana used to do, where she would sort of like look down, look up, holding eye contact, look down again, and then look up. And there's slight variations of that, but you know, those ones are usually with the very feminine or maybe more introverted girls who want to be subtle about it, or they kind of like feel really naughty about sort of checking you out. But you know, there'll be that slight obviousness there, and it's just questionable whether or not the guy goes, okay, she gave me a look that is encouraging me to go and speak to her, or she's given me a look that tells me that she likes me, or that she's maybe just admiring how I look. Because also there are women who are, you know, happy in relationships and stuff, but they'll still look at people. They'll still be like, oh, there's a good looking guy over there. You know, they'll still do it, and they don't see any harm in that. And I agree, as long as they're not ruining relationships, then that's absolutely fine. But that's a completely different discussion. Anyway, right, I am nearly home. Take this fun fact on board, and definitely if you see any girls that are looking at you, then absolutely you've got to go for it, but also consider that, you know, you might be looking as good as you possibly can, but girls won't make it obvious that they're into you. They are going to be subtle about it because they've got a wider peripheral vision. Anyway, enough waffling. Speak to you soon.